Enormous masks, tall statues, and ancient jewelry are some of the things you might run into today at the Houston Museum of Natural Science. The ancient culture from China's Lost Civilization exhibit has made its way into the museum. Curator of Anthropology, Dirk van Turenhout, tells us more about today's exhibit.
Well, what we have here is an exhibit on the third floor at the Houston Museum of Natural Science on a not very well known Bronze Age culture from China, from a province known as Sichuan, which is home to very spicy cuisine as well as home to panda bears. What we're looking at is neither one of those, it's archaeology. So we're going back in time about 1600 BC to about 1000 BC, so 5-6 centuries worth of archaeology. What we do know is what you see behind me. There were very talented people who made very large bronze objects. Some of them are called masks, but you can see they are not really human-shaped or human-sized masks. They're way too big to be put on a human face. So they were probably attached to a wall or a tree trunk or something along those lines, a large telephone pole-like item, for example.
Turenhout tells us about one of the pieces that might leave a big impression.
One of the first items you will see is a statue. It's the largest known human shape made out of bronze in ancient times. 8 feet and 5 inches, a really, really tall character. Now when you see, and when you will see this statue, it is a human shape, yes, but it's not a recognizable statue like you would, for example, see in Greek or Roman archaeology, where you go, that's Emperor so-and-so. This is a human figure, but with humongous hands, and they're closed, and they're in such a way that they connect 2 dots, if you want, and the diameter of the hands is such that it might have been connected, or they might have been connected with an ivory tusk, an elephant tusk. So that gives you an idea of the size of the statue and the size of the hands.
Turenhout shares the importance of learning about one's ancient history.
Well, to know where you came from is always good. It's intrinsically interesting to just find out about the past. I find it very encouraging that today, now that there is time and money and people available who are knowledgeable and talented, that the Chinese archaeology community is going back and excavate these. So notes were made in '29 and later on that there is a site or are sites out there. And they're going back now that there is time and money to devote to this archaeology, to go back to your roots, to find out where things came from. That is to be applauded. That is something we should all do in any culture. Not destroy, but preserve and try to make sense out of it. And now that they have 2 dots on the map, look for a 3rd one and a 4th one, because there will be more. In the United States, what happens when roads are constructed, archaeologists are typically engaged walking in front of the bulldozers to find out if there's anything there that needs to be studied or preserved, and I'm sure the same thing is happening over there. So as communities change over time and cities grow over time, things tend to sometimes get covered over, and then you find a king in England buried underneath a parking lot, or just recently in Dallas area, a dinosaur under about to be built parking lot. So in China, same things are happening, but they are recovering, they are studying, and that's to be applauded. That's a good thing.
For more information on the China's Lost Civilization exhibit and the Houston Museum of Natural Science, visit their website at www.hmns.org. For Passport Texas, I'm Bladimir Munoz.